Welcome to In Search of the Future, the series. I'm Andrew Cameron Bailey. I'm the director here. My beloved wife, Connie Baxter Marlow, is my producer, and together we welcome you to In Search of the Future.
Yes, it's a sequel. This series is a sequel to our 2007 film, In Search of the Future, What Do the Wise Ones Know? With Indigenous elders, scientists, and futurists on the origin and future of humanity that we shot in South Africa, Mexico, and the US. So now we're carrying on to inspire a new future with messages from wisdom carriers from Australia and the US and elsewhere to inspire and catalyze a new emerging future that we're all going to bring to pass on Earth.
I know a lot of people watching us, our viewers here, are concerned about the future because the present right now is looking a little alarming. So here's some inspiration, here's some beautiful thoughts, some joyful possibilities, and the present from our perspective is just perfect.
Yes, and we are bringing something on the planet that's never been here, beyond anything we can imagine. So just open your heart, follow what your heart says, listen to the signs from the universe for what you're to do, listen to this film and these ideas and thoughts and messages from these wisdom carriers.
Who weave a tapestry of wisdom, let's put it that way. Just listen carefully and see how this resonates in your deepest heart.
Is not waiting, neither is a rain. Anywhere it goes, it's gonna fall just the same. I see the lightning flashing, hear the thunder roll, think of all the great ones and the stories they told. They said, let yourself go with that old flow, like a song you love to sing. Let yourself go with that old flow, like a bird on the wing. Life sure can be tricky, it sometimes will be tough, but I must say, every day I just can't get enough. Something keep me going, coming back for more, and I believe I can see a little further down that road. Come on, let yourself go with that old flow, like a song you love to sing. Let yourself go with that old flow, like a bird on the wing. On a brighter day, when the sun is shining, I'm gonna make my way in a good strong line. I'm going to the center, headed for the core, to the heart of the matter, through that spirit door. Come on, let yourself go with that old flow, like a song you love to sing. Let yourself go with that old flow, like a bird on the wing.
And I'd like to address this critical moment in human history. So deep is our crisis now that there has never been a time like this. Many native indigenous people say that there were three great miracles in the evolution of the universe. The beginning, the big breath that gave birth to all of this, the moment when life appeared on planet Earth, and the time when human consciousness came forth to reveal the human species. But now we are in a wave trough, a difficult, critical situation that threatens the survival of our very species. And it will take nothing less than the fourth great miracle of all history to resolve this. So important is this that I feel a new future human is on the horizon. Many have spoken of the possible coming of a new human species, and I think that time is now. Surely we have so many challenges, and now with artificial intelligence, maybe the intelligence we've created is also more intelligent than we ourselves. But we have other attributes that can bring it into play in this arising of the higher consciousness of the human psyche. And that would be our wisdom, our experience, and the love in our heart and souls. Artificial intelligence will never outdo us on that, and that's what we have to put in play now in this critically transformative moment. And we can do so. We don't need to grow green antennas or an expanded brain. We only need to use the love and wisdom and experience in our hearts.
As an Olympian, I had a life-altering experience in the Olympic Village. There I was with athletes from every country competing at the highest level. We were every race, every religion, every political persuasion. Some of these countries were at war with each other, and yet we lived in peace. We were in peace in the village, on the bus, in the cafeteria, and on the playing field. And I asked myself, how could this be? And I saw that throughout the village, no matter who you saw, you didn't know if they were a gold medalist or an also-ran like me, but you had respect, and then you were curious. Who are you? Where do you come from? What's your story? And I thought, wow, we could have a global Olympic village if people just adopted something simple, like respect and curiosity. So I often invite people to take a 10-day challenge and walk around their village. Just notice what happens when you treat everyone with respect and curiosity. The other thing that I do is I encourage people to do what Olympians do. First of all, we begin our day the Olympian way. And all that means is when you go from asleep and unconscious and become conscious, we begin our day the Olympian way by envisioning our gold. Now mine was just to be an Olympian. But what is our gold? So I encourage people to begin your day the Olympian way and envision our gold, a world at peace, whatever that means.
You know, we've got a beautiful blue planet, and this blue planet needs us to look after it, clean up our mess. You got to clean up your backyard first, and then you got to clean up your front yard. And by doing that is to understand of nature and the waterways, because that is life, and the ocean is life for the whales and the dolphins and every other thing out there, the sharks, you know. So we've got to look after these places. And if we don't look after it, it's gone. You know, Mother Earth will continue. You know, she can do without us, but we can't do without her. And there's so many millions of people on this planet. Just need to step up, stand up, and look out the government departments and what they saying and what they and don't agree with what they're looking at, because and what comes out of their mouth is not right. What we need to do is come together as a nation of people, no matter what race, where we're going to. We just need to be shoulder to shoulder, walking together, sitting together, eating together, and yarning.
Join me. What if our mind was connected to our body? What if our shoulders were free? What if we can create and manifest with our hands and our imagination? What if our hearts are so big, so bright, so luminous, we cannot contain it? What if our hips can trace a figure eight moving into infinity? And what if we can all fly like the birds? Releasing into momentum, enjoying the ride. Ha! 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 What if we can feel our feet growing roots into the ground, connecting to the core of our beautiful planet Gaia? Feeling the energy pulse up through our spine and out the crown of our heads to connect to space and all that is. What if we could all shine our brightest self and share our gifts for the betterment of all? I love you.
What I want you to know is that you made a promise to yourself. It's hidden within your soul. You made a promise to yourself before you took this human incarnation. You chose to come into this incarnation to discover and activate your gifts, your talents, and expand your capacity for loving, to fall in love with loving, so that you would be a part of the evolution of our world and all sentient beings. That promise is within you. The promise in your mind may have gotten hijacked by the world of appearances. It may have gotten hijacked by the conspiracy of mediocrity, the fame game, gross materialism, any way that you've been impacted by abuse or anything negative may have imprinted your mind. But that promise that you made, it's within you. And you are to soulfully remember that promise and begin to speak it into existence. You begin to talk to yourself so well about what you said you would bring to this world that it resonates with the sacred law and begins to come into alignment with the power and the absolute conviction that you have about this inner promise, that it creates the condition for the manifestation and the demonstration of your giftedness, which will literally change the world. Do you realize that the world is simply a condensation of previously held beliefs, points of view, opinions, positionality, and perspectives that have condensed itself into a world experience. But it's not totally real. There is a reality untouched by time and experience and perception. You emerged from that reality. You're an emanation of that life. And if you will but remember, if you will but activate that mystic chord of memory within you, nothing will be able to stop you from being a part of the perfect unfoldment of this cosmic idea of a world that works for the highest and best within us all.
You are safe now to come down. You are safe now to put your feet on the ground. I know you have fought many wars, but you can rest now like never before. Just give it over. Just give it over now. All that you carry. Just give it over. Just give it over and come down, down, down. You are home after the years, and you can rest in this love. Let go of your fears. I know you've wondered sometimes if you would survive. Well, look around you now. You're on the other side. Just give it over. Just give it over now. All that you carry. Just give it over. Just give it over and come down, down, down.
People call me an activist, and I always like to remind people that because no choice happens in a vacuum, it is not only spiritually impossible, but also scientifically impossible to have no impact and make no difference. Scientifically impossible. So therefore, however many billion of us and growing that we are all activists. It's just, are we conscious or unconscious in the choices that we're making? I choose to call myself an activationist instead of an activist. Because when people hear the word activist, they think, oh, someone who goes and lives in a tree for 2 years and 8 days, or locks down to a bulldozer, or protests in the street. But because we are all actively changing the world every day, we are all activists. And so I like to call myself, I actually usually try to avoid labels, but if I have to call myself something, I call myself a spiritual activationist, because I want to activate the heart and the spirit into guiding the choices that we make and how we live our lives with one another and this beautiful, beautiful planet.
And we take this breath to absorb where we are at within this earth walk. When we embrace the subject matter in search of the future, what is it and where is it and how is it? We can speak at length of many things, though the present is the place we will begin from today. The sage burns to allow for that connect with source, that observation in which the illumination and clarity that is to come across for us within this time. Each one of us is unique within our respective earth walks. However, we all collectively contribute back into the totality of what will be of the Mother Earth and those that inhabit it. The Mother Earth will always survive. It is a given. It is those that are on it, that walk, talk, breathe, sing, and dance on it, that must make the changes. If you take a look at the recent future of 2.5 years of global initiation, unprecedented, where all the world's population were brought in to a moment of thought. Where is it? What is it we must do? Even the most innocent and the most naive of hearts will recognize that what was before did not work, and therefore change must happen. Change within the traditions culturally, globally, have always said it comes from within. The within is that heart connect. That heart connect is that one with divine source. Therefore, when we awaken this and see the beauty of love, compassion, forgiveness, watch, love, healing, all is there. To re-embrace the beauty of this, the earth walk, for us to grasp the beautiful gifting that we have been given, the imbuement that we have been given. We survive today simply because somewhere in the unconscious, we have connected in there somewhere that allows for us to open even more the doors to what needs to be. When you look at the beauty of nature that is around us, they are the greatest teacher. They are the ones that will give us that clarity of not just medicine, but just the teachings that says we as the collective, we as a unified group work together to bring in the beauty and wellness for everyone. So when you look at everything around us, it is not just the teacher, it is the apothecary, the medicine bundle, the how-tos and what-tos on all that there is. Step out onto that, absorb that by way of an earth touch connect. Simply means step out onto the Mother Earth. The beauty of that vision that is the future will be in a positive place if in fact today we begin with that heart awakening.
It's so exciting that the Earth is shifting frequencies into higher frequencies where there's more information for us. We're getting that we are one with all of creation, and science is actually proving that now. It's a holographic universe. Everything we say, do, think, and feel actually matters to all of creation. In fact, all of creation is awaiting the opening of the human heart and the release of the love we carry in there. We're very special. All the systems that have been put in place and behaviors we've developed have been as a result of the lower frequency of fear and separation and scarcity that affected all races of humanity. We've been doing really crummy things to each other for millennia. So now it's time to open our hearts and move into this higher frequency. And the indigenous peoples of the world have been carrying information for us about the sacredness and oneness of all life, because that sacredness has a vibration. When we view everything as sacred, we shift our vibration into a reality where there's just more abundance, freedom, balance, joy than we can fathom from this perspective, from this frequency. So let's do it, humanity. Let's open our hearts and shift all of creation.
It takes all kinds, to make a village.